everyone, it's Cauliflower here today, and today I want to show you my 6x6 vault door that I made a while back. Today is the day I'll make a tutorial for it, and well, yeah, this is quickly the opening and closing sequence. This closing sequence, it's quite fast as you can see, and the opening sequence is nice as well. It is a completely seamless design. It is rather compact. It's 4 blocks from this side, 4 blocks from this side, 3 blocks from this side if you count the dust and repeaters, and 3 blocks from this side, or excluding the input button, of course, but you'll need to add that anyways. Well, yeah, let's get started to the tutorial. Okay, so once you've set out your door frame in wherever you want to build this door, you'll want to start off by making sure you have enough space. Before you start any redstone contraption, it's always important to have enough space. So you need to make sure you have 4 blocks of space on each side of the door. So here 4 blocks of space as well. And on the top you want to have at least 3 blocks of space. And on the bottom you'll at least want to have 3 blocks of space as well. And you will need to have the inputs below here as well, so a bit more than 3 blocks would actually be even better. So the entire space you'll need is 16 by 9 in depth, and well, the height will of course be 3 plus 3 plus 8, so that would be 14. Wow, I'm really good at math or something. So, well, let's start on the bottom circuitry. So first you want to do is have the piston layout. So we'll just go down by 2 blocks on the most sideways block, the 6th block, and place a piston over here. Then what we'll want to do is go out by 1 block, place a piston over here, go out by 1 block again, and place a piston over here. Then you want to place a piston to the side of that piston and remove these 2 blocks because you won't need them anymore. And then you want to place a piston like this again, and then you want to place a piston like this, so you have a completely symmetrical pattern like that, and these blocks will be extended like that. So then what you want to do is actually get a double piston extension. So you'll place a block over here, this is the second piston, and place 2 pistons on top of each other like this with a block on top, and you'll want to do the same over here like so, and then go like this with another double piston extension like this. So this will actually well, fix whatever you need to do over here. You can quickly fill in these blocks like so, and there you go. So then what you want to do is place 1 iron block over here with a piece of dust, and keep it like this, don't click it, keep it like this, and place a piece of redstone dust over here like this. And then what you want to do is actually place 2 pistons facing up into these 2 pistons over here with a notebook in front of it, and a notebook in front of it like over here. Then you want to go down 1 block below the iron block and place a note block to the side of that with another note block to the side of that, and remove this note block and place 2 pieces of redstone dust on top of that. Then you want to place 2 observers facing out from these note blocks this way, and you want to place 2 iron blocks over here like this. Then you want to go out by 1 block over here and out by 1 block over there. So this is actually a beginning part. Then what you want to do is have an observer facing up like this over here, and an observer facing up like this over there. Let's quickly put these blocks back. Then you'll want to place 1 iron block below that observer and 1 iron block below that observer. I actually accidentally clicked that no block. And then you'll want a repeater set to 1 tick and another repeater set to 1 tick like this, with an iron block over here. You can keep this actually, and another repeater set to 1 tick with a piece of redstone dust, and do the same on this side, repeater, piece of redstone dust. Then you can get a line of blocks like this. These are 6 iron blocks with pieces of redstone dust on top of this. It's important to note that these don't actually need to be iron blocks. That's just what I'm using for this build because I like it. That's really all. And then you want to add in 2 blocks over here with 2 pieces of redstone dust, 2 blocks over here with 2 pieces of redstone dust, of course. Add a repeater on top of that, and a repeater on top of that, with a piston and a block, and another piston and a block, and then add in an iron block over here with a piece of redstone dust, an iron block with a piece of redstone dust. Then we'll quickly create the input. So what you want to do is pick either of these blocks, it doesn't matter which one, and go down by 2 blocks, and then go down by 2 blocks more. Then you want to grab your redstone torches, and you'll quickly want to remove this block and remove this block. Place a redstone torch over here, remove this piece of dust, and place a redstone torch over here. So what you should see happening is that my frames are dropping massively, but what you should see happening is that the upper redstone torch is off, and if that is the case, you can place back the piece of redstone dust you just removed over here, so you got like that, and then you just place a line of blocks, and this is your input. Important to note, it is a stone button input. I don't know if any other inputs will work. So after you've done that, you can of course let the signal go up just for good measure. Why are my frames dropping this bad? Whoa. Okay, so my frames are fixed again. So what you want to do is finish this like kind of staircase, put a block up there and a button. So now you've got your input finished actually. So let's quickly test it. And as you can see, this lower circuitry is working right now. Let's test it again, and it works fine. But of course this door is dual-sided, so we'll actually exactly mirror it on the other side. So we'll place 2 iron blocks over here with another 2 repeaters set to 1 tick over here. Then place 2 observers pistons facing upward over here with 2 observers on top of that over here. Then we'll just repeat the entire process to double piston extenders over here like this, with a repeater running into it like this, and 2 blocks over here with pieces of redstone dust on top of it. Same goes for this side, like this. Then we'll again place a piece of redstone dust over here, a piston, a block, a repeater, another block, and 2 no blocks, another block, 2 blocks like this with a piston over here, a piece of dust, a repeater, piece of dust, piece of dust, piece of dust, piece of dust, 2 blocks, piston, 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 and piston. So it should look like this. Then all you need to do is put in 2 observers like this, with 2 no blocks in front of it, and then 2 observers like this. So this should actually finish the entire bottom circuitry of the door. Let's quickly fill in all these blocks. So as you can see, it is 9 wide, 9 blocks. This is the bare minimum a cave door can be because of piston layout. So let's quickly test it. And as you can see, it works on both sides, and let's close it. It works perfectly. If it doesn't work for you, there is gone something wrong, so I'd suggest watch this part of the tutorial again. And well, let's start on the other sides. Okay, so let's start in by doing the layout of the rest of the door. So what we want to do is see these 2 blocks over here, go out by 1 block on the second block, and then go back by 2 blocks, and place a piston over here. Then go up by 2 blocks and place another piston over there. Then remove these blocks real quick. And what we'll then want to do is place a iron block over here with another repeater over here, and a piston with a block on top of that. Then you'll want to place another block with an observer, and remove this block, place a block over here, and a block to the side of that observer with a piece of redstone dust on top of it. You'll want to keep it like this, don't click it again, keep it like this. And then you'll actually want to place 2 observers facing upward like this, with a node block on top of it and another observer facing upward like that. Then what you want to do is go to the top and see this most left block, go 2 blocks up and remove the middle block and replace it with a piston. Then go to the back and place another piston over here, and then do the exact same pattern we did on the bottom as well. So like this. So you have this for the door again. So then what you want to do, place a block over here, a block over here, 2 pieces of, one piece of redstone dust over here, going up by 1 block and place a piece of redstone dust over there. Then place a piece of redstone dust on top of the piston. This only works in 1.16. Of course, if you're still in 1.15.2, you must go up by 1, so place it like this. The rest of the door still works in 1.15.2 as well, but this is just a small thing you can differentiate. Then fill in these blocks over here, place a piece of redstone dust on top of all of them, and go ahead and mirror this on the other side as well. So a block, a repeater, a piston, a block, another block, an observer, remove this block, and another block to the side, a piece of redstone dust, a piston like this, 2 blocks, a piston, 2 observers, a node block, and another observer, a block, and a piece of dust. You can fill this in, you don't need to. So like this, and then quickly place 2 iron blocks over here. So if I were to push the button right now, this is what would happen. Of course, we need to fill in these as well, so let's quickly do that. Like this. So as you can see, we've got a small part of the door working. And of course, since this is dual-sided, we'll need to do it on the other side as well. So just repeat the entire process again. Observer, block, remove this. Like so, 2 observers like this, no block, observer, block, piece of redstone dust. Let's quickly leave it like this. And let's quickly set out the frame for the door, otherwise it might be confusing. Like this. So let's place a piston over here again, as we did on the other side. Let's just hope my frames return, because I'd say 2 FPS isn't that fancy. Like this, place a block over here, piece of redstone dust, 4 blocks, a piston with another block, and place a piece of redstone dust on top of all of it. Go down by 1 block, place a piece of redstone dust. Then go down here, do the exact same thing we've done 3 times already. And a piston. 2 blocks, piston. Place 2 blocks in front of it, just for good measure. And 2 observers, no block, observer. And then go back by these 2. And place in 2 blocks over here, piece of redstone dust, 2 pistons, place them like this. So now you'll quickly want to fill in the roof actually, like this. But of course on the ceiling there need to be double piston extenders as well, so we'll quickly make those as well. So we'll go up by 3 blocks and remove these two, make a quick hole in the ceiling here, jump through it and place 2 pistons over here. Remove this block again because we won't need it, and then we'll do the exact same thing to the side of it, so like this, double piston extender, and over here as well, double piston extender and a double piston extender. So now we can quickly fill in the blocks again because we'll not need them at the moment, and do the same thing on the other side. Go up by 3 blocks, remove the middle 2, jump in the hole, place those 2 over there, remove these real quick, place 2 more double piston extenders to the side and 1 over here like this. So this is how your layout should look right now at the moment, and this we'll come back to the powering of this later on. So this is your basic piston layout. So if we quickly push the button, you can see we have the basic layout done. This is the simple part of the build. Now what we really need to start doing is the triple piston extender in the middle. So let's get started on that one. Okay, so let's get started on the other part of the circuitry. So what you want to start off doing is seeing these 2 observers over here and place 1 facing inward like this. It's really quite simple, and then place 2 sticky pistons to the side of it like that with 2 blocks in front of it like that. Then you want to go out by 1 block to the back and place a non-sticky piston, or 2 non-sticky pistons to the side of that. Do the same thing on the other side as well like this, and then quickly remove these 2. Then what you want to do is go out by 2 blocks, place 1 observer facing upward like this, and 1 observer facing inward like this, and do the same thing on the other side like that. So you've got this part of your circuitry done. Then what you want to do is go down by 2 blocks, remove this one, and place 2 observers facing upward like this. So this will actually activate these 2 pistons over here, do the same thing, but that's not important right now. So then what you want to do is fill in these blocks over here, these 6, and then place 2 slime blocks behind that in the middle. Then what you want to do is place 2 sticky pistons like this, and 1 normal piston facing upward like that. So that's it for now. Then what you want to do is place 2 pistons like this, and that's it for now. So then what you want to do is have 2 ticks over here, a repeater for 2 ticks, and a repeater set 4 ticks over here. Then you'll want to have a block over here and a block over here with both a piece of redstone dust on top of it. And you want 2 more blocks over here with 1 repeater set to 4 ticks and 1 repeater set to 3 ticks like this, and 2 observers facing upward with 2 pieces of redstone dust on top of it. Then what you want to do is place 2 blocks to the side of this observer and get 2 powered rails, and place 2 powered rails on top of it like this. Then I will realize my mistake and actually remove these 2 observers and place them above the pieces of rail with 2 blocks on top of it with 2 pieces of redstone dust on top of it like that. Then go and get a slab like this. I use a smooth stone slab because I like that. And then you want to go like this. This is actually 1 too high, so you want to go 1 below there, like this. So right now the piece of redstone dust should look like this. If it looks like, if the piece of redstone dust look like this, then you're wrong. It needs to be a line like that. Then you want to have a observer facing downward like this, and a repeater set to 1 tick on top of it like that, with another observer like this. So this is actually the big part of the triple piston extender done. So then what we want to do is place a sticky piston over here with a observer facing downward like this, so like this. And then what we want to do is yeah, that's that circuitry done for now. So then what we'll do is actually make a connection to the double piston extender circuitry. So we'll place an observer over here and we'll connect that up later on. So what you want to do is place 4 pieces of redstone dust over here like this, and this will power the double piston extenders, and place a observer facing downward above each piece of redstone dust like that. Do the same thing on the other side, like this and like that. And if my frames want to go back, I really seem to have trouble with frames. So then what you want to do is quickly fill in all these blocks like this and like that. Place pieces of redstone dust on top of all of the iron blocks like this, and a repeater on top of all of the observers set to 6 on all of them. So if we quickly want to test it, we can put a button over here to power it. So as you can see, these pistons extend. If I power it, it'll retract. So we'll remove this button real quick and place a block over here on top of that over here, and we'll come back to that later on. So now what we want to do is actually mirror that on the other side as well. So 2 blocks to the side of it over here, 2 pieces of a powered rail, 2 observers, 2 blocks, and 2 pieces of redstone dust. Then 2 more blocks over here with a repeater set of 4 ticks and a repeater set of 3 ticks, with a block and another block and 2 pieces of redstone dust. Then go in here, place 2 observers on this side, 2 sticky pistons on that side, like that, and go behind again, 2 normal pistons, like that. I'm going to remove these blocks, then go out, like that, and place those pistons like that. Then get my node block again, this one, down here, with facing upwards, so that one can stay there, like that. Then place in these blocks, and these 6 over here. Quickly get my slime blocks, these ones, over here, with 2 sticky pistons like this, a non-sticky piston like that, 3 sticky pistons like this, and a 2-tick repeater over here, a 4-tick repeater over here. Then quickly get my stone slab again, smooth stone slab, place it over here, place it over here, place it over here like this. Piece of redstone dust, observer, repeater, and another observer, with another observer facing down like this. So then we have that part of the circuitry done. I believe we have it exactly mirrored right now. Oh, and place an observer with a block on top of it like this over there. So that is that part of the circuitry done, and let's get to the final and last part of the circuitry. Okay, so now we can start on the final part of the door. As you can see, you can fill in all the empty gaps you've had over here. So every empty block you can just fill in, so with whichever block you choose. I choose iron blocks because I like that, but if you want to use wood blocks or whatever block you want, you can use it. Not sand. Sand won't work, but that makes sense, of course. But whichever block you want, you can use. And then what you want to do is go over here, place a piece of redstone dust, another block to the side of it with a repeater set to 3 ticks, then a block over here, a block over here, a block over here and a block over here. So we have like a kind of small cartwheel going on with a comparator inside of it with 3 pieces of redstone dust over here. And then place 3 iron blocks over here with a repeater set to 1 tick on this block over here and 2 pieces of redstone dust on top of these 2 iron blocks over here. Then we'll go to this side and quickly see I have made a mistake, so I need to place the observer on above this piece of redstone dust instead of this one, and then do the exact same thing. So piece of redstone dust, repeater, set it for 3 ticks, make a kind of cartwheel again like this, and a comparator with a 3 pieces of redstone dust on top of it, 3 iron blocks like this, repeater set to 1 tick, and 2 pieces of redstone dust on top of it like that. Okay, so then what we want to do is place a block on top of this observer. This will activate some pistons, but we'll fix that later on. So what we'll do is place that over there, then get a non-sticky piston and place it over here like this. Then what we'll do is actually place an iron block over here with a repeater set to 1 tick like this, then go up by 1 block and place a piece of redstone dust on top of it. Then what we'll want to grab is glass. It needs to be glass or slabs, but glass is what I use in this case. And we'll make like a stair pattern up like this. As soon as you're 1 block above this observer, you want to go up like that, like this. And then as soon as you get diagonal of the piston, you'll place an iron block to the side of it. Then place pieces of redstone dust on top of all of these glass blocks over here, like this. So now that we've actually done that, we can mirror it on the other side as well. So an iron block on top of it, a non-sticky piston facing downward like this, an iron block with a repeater set to 1 tick, an iron block where it's facing into, piece of redstone dust, then get some glass again, like this, make a staircase pattern, like this, then as soon as you're 1 above that, go up, like that, go up 1 more, and an iron block, like this, and place pieces of redstone dust on top of all of these glass blocks, like this. So now you've got that figured out. So then all you can see is it has retracted these 2 iron blocks, so just remove it over here and place it back here, remove it, place it back like that. So then what we'll need to do is actually make, well, this is the input for the triple piston extender, these 2 pieces of rail. So now we actually need to activate it. So what we'll do is place a piece of redstone dust over here, 1 iron block over here with a piece of redstone dust, then go up by 3 glass blocks like this, and place 3 pieces of redstone dust on top of it. Do the exact same thing on the other side as well. So iron block, 3 pieces of glass, and an iron block with pieces of redstone on top of it like that. So now we've actually got an activation for our triple piston extender. So if we now activate the door, let's see what happens. As you can see, the door closes perfectly fine, so that's good. So, but now if we open the door, you can see it leaves these holes over here. So we need to do one final part of the circuitry, and that part of the circuitry will be which activates these pistons over here, which will push these blocks back, these ones, and there needs to be a piston here as well, but I'll need to add that in. And there is a part of the circuitry which will need to push back this block, but how will we do that? Well, that's what we'll do later on. So let's get started with that final part of the circuitry. Okay, so let's start that final part of the circuitry. So what you want to do is grab 2 pieces of glass and place them over here like this, with 2 pieces of redstone dust on top of it like that. Then place an iron block on top of this and a piece of redstone dust. Then what you want to do is actually place a piston below that, with an observer facing out this way. Then place a piece of glass, a piston, and remove the piece of glass again. Then what you want to do is actually place a block in front of that piston, and then place an observer facing upward like this, facing into a block, and two iron blocks on top of it like that, and place on top of those two iron blocks, place two repeaters and set them both to 4 ticks like this. Then what you want to do is get another iron block with a piece of redstone dust, and get one iron block below that with another two iron blocks to the side of it. Place two repeaters set to 4 ticks on top of those, and another piece of redstone dust over there. And then what you want to do is go over here, and as you can see there is an iron block over here, and place a non-sticky piston behind that iron block, and then go ahead and place two iron blocks behind that non-sticky piston with two pieces of redstone dust on top of it. Then go down by 2 blocks and replace this one with an observer. Then what you can do is actually remove this block. You'll see it activates some of the pistons. And then there is just one more thing you'll want to do, and that is actually to place 2 blocks on top of this, like so, and 2 repeaters set to 4 ticks over here, with a block over here, a observer, piece of redstone dust, piece of redstone dust, one block in front of those repeaters, and a piece of redstone dust, which activates again. So now you'll see these two connect. We don't actually want that, so what we'll do once again is place a piece of glass instead of iron block, then get that on top of it, and then place an iron block over here, so they don't connect anymore, but these two still do. That's exactly what we want. So now that should actually work. Then we'll quickly mirror it on the other side. So let's go to the other side of the door. Okay, so 2 pieces of glass, an iron block, pieces of redstone dust, a piston, a observer, another piston, a block, another observer, another block, another 2 blocks, 2 repeaters set to 4 ticks like this, and well, let's go over here again, a non-sticky piston, 2 4 blocks, 2 pieces of redstone dust, go down by 2, replace it with an observer, go down by 1 more, remove this, it'll activate it again, then place this over here again, replace this with a glass block, below this observer, piece of redstone dust, repeater, set to 4 ticks, both of them, an iron block, redstone dust, another iron block, go down, an iron block, and 2 more iron blocks with 2 repeaters set to 4 ticks again, over here, another iron block, this piece of redstone dust, an observer, and another piece of redstone dust. So that should be that. So now let's quickly test our door, see if I forgot anything. Activation works fine. Now let's see the retraction. And it works perfectly. So this is the seamless dual-sided 6x6 cave door I made. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. If you did, well, feel free to subscribe and possibly leave a like. That would be much appreciated. And well, I hope you have a nice day. And don't forget to eat your vegetables, of course. That's very important. So, bye.